2013. Here in this particular case also Niyamgiri judgment was held in this particular case. So when it comes to determining the future of large-scale industrial projects in tribal and wooded territories, the Supreme Court have deemed that the permission of Gram Sabha is absolute necessary. And this particular lawsuit not only helped to accomplish environmental justice objective, but it also made certain that indigenous people were able to preserve their land rights. So moving to contemporary issues and the way forwards. First one is climate change and indigenous vulnerability. The first point is disappropriate impact of indigenous communities. So, if you in last 4 months there has been a very impact of environmental impact in the place in the state called Kerala. There, I hope you all know about that. It's the disaster was a landslide happened in the state Wayanad. Wayanad is a state in Kerala. So we all know that more than 400 people have passed away in that particular landslide, but still till now today government does not know how many tribals have displaced or how many tribals have passed away in that particular incident. The second one is impact on traditional knowledge systems. So we all know that there are major number of traditional knowledge or traditional system is available with them, but it is not accessible for us. The head of each tribal ur is known as Mooppar. That's what we call in Malayalam, Mooppar. So once I had a moment to interact with one of the Mooppar, which he, in some way he knew Malayalam. That's the language that we are using in Kerala. So at the point when we were talking with him, I was having fever, a cough for more than 1 week. And he asked me to smell one particular leaf. I smelled it, and to my surprise, within 3 to 4 minutes, my cough and my fever was gone. And then, but he is not ready to share what is the leaf or any kind of such information to us. And they are not even ready to pass the information to their generation of kids because they feel that they are useless. The kids will not use it properly. So that particular traditional knowledge system is being impacted in that particular place. Next one is mega infrastructure projects and resource exploitation, displacement and loss of livelihoods. So building dams and other kind of economic projects has also impacted the indigenous people or the tribal people. So these kind of operations are frequently intruding into tribal land, which results in the widespread displacement and puts the livelihood of people who are dependent on the land and its resources in jeopardy. So for example, construction of Pallavaram Dam in Godavari district resulted in more than 20,000 of people, displacement of 20,000 of people. Next is environmental degradation and health impacts. I have cited one example already about the state of Wayanad. Till now we don't know how many numbers of tribals have been affected. So we don't know about the health impacts that they are facing. So in that factor also issues is happening. So the legal frameworks and policy reforms. For policy reforms I am suggesting is strengthening the implementation of Forest Rights Act and ratifying the International Labour Organization of Convention number 169. India has not ratified the Convention of 169, but still we can see that the Forest Rights Act principles allies with the Convention number of 169. Then the integrating indigenous knowledge in environmental conservation. Indigenous knowledge should be used as a tool for sustainable development. As these are some of the ways in which the environmental justice form may be fulfilled. So to conclude, I would like to say that in order for India to be a substantial economic growth, there should be a balance between advancement and protection of indigenous rights and habitats. Thank you.
Yes, see, this word indigenous is an international term. UNO is using the term indigenous, but when you peruse the records, government records in India, we are not recognizing the word indigenous. Instead of that, the word used is tribal. Can you please explain the reason for that?
That's Indian government is saying that every people are indigenous, but that's why we are using, and that particular in the schedule some particular people are seen like they are scheduled as tribes, and that's why we are calling as scheduled tribes under Article 342.
Sir, I have got a question.
Yes,
Can I ask? You have referred the disaster situation of Wayanad.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that the human activities contribute to the disaster of Wayanad? Have you got any suggestion regarding that?
I don't believe that human activities alone are making, but it is also contributing to a part.
Is it climate change?
Climate change and human interactions are directly connected, sir. Both are.
Have you got any suggestion?
Each people have to make sure. Other than that, I don't have any such.
one more.
So what is the meaning of environmental justice? How can you define that term?
Environmental justice, the fair distribution of environmental impact is called as environmental justice. Impact doesn't mean that the negative concept of the destruction. Whatever the environmental impact we are getting should be fairly distributed among all. Just because we belong to, we in the sense everyone belonging to develop, and they are not coming forward to the society, we can't integrate them. They are also supposed to get the same benefits as the other people are getting.
You are explaining based on the concept of justice provided by Socrates and Plato. They are saying that justice means providing everyone's due. In that sense, they are providing the environmental justice to or protection of rights of every people. That is your conceptualization of environmental justice, right? Yes, environ. The word environ is derived. Environment is derived from the French root environ, which means to surround. So environment means study about surroundings. Environmental study means study about.
Thank you, ma'am.